Hi students, welcome to SFS Khammam online classes. This is your Vijay Kumar sir teaching social studies 8th class. My dear children, all of you follow our YouTube channel. Channel name is Vijay sir YouTube channel. You just subscribe and like so that you can get notifications of our lessons every day. So kindly follow our lessons so that it is very helpful for you to write the examinations and also get the good marks. Okay, without wasting our time, let's get started. Thank you. Hi students, welcome to SFS Khammam online classes. This is your Vijay Kumar sir teaching social studies 8th class. Today we are going to learn 6th chapter, that is minerals and mining. My dear children, first of all we should know the meaning of minerals. Okay, what do you mean by minerals? Have you seen these minerals anywhere? So here minerals means minerals we can obtain naturally from under the earth, or else it is naturally occurring inorganic solid with a definite chemical bond and an ordered atomic arrangement. So in other words, simply we can say it is a resource which is available under the earth. So these are all called simple definition of minerals. So minerals are not man-made. Minerals are not man-made, which are naturally occurring in our earth. So here let us see what type of minerals are there in our houses. Okay, so today our topic is minerals in our houses. If you look around your house, you will find walls made of mud bricks or just mud joined with cement and sand. Am I right or not? In our houses also we constructed our houses with mud, bricks, sand, cement. Am I right or not? So here your house may be whitewashed with white lime. So sometimes in our festivals time our houses are going to maybe whitewashed with white lime. Sometimes before celebrations we want to decorate our houses, no? So in that process we are going to whitewash our houses with white lime. So here your floors may be paved with kadapa stones. Pillars and rafters may be sometimes made of granite stones also we are going to use. Okay, so these most of these materials are actually minerals that we get from the earth. Okay, now you got understood, my dear? So here you can see bricks, cement, concrete, sand, iron bars, glasses, plastic, wood, tiles. These are all the examples of minerals. Okay, these are all we are getting from the earth, under the ground only. Understood, my dear? So here minerals are naturally occurring from the earth, under the earth. Again, if you go around your house, you will find many objects made of metals. Understood? For example, if you go to kitchen, you can observe many utensils are there. Okay, these utensils are made up of iron, steel, copper, aluminium, sometimes chrome material, sometimes lead also will appear in our kitchen utensils. So these are all the examples of minerals. Understood, my dear? So you may find many minerals in our houses like cement, bricks, sand, mud, whitewash, white lime powder. Okay, whereas metals, if you observe, mud, kadapa stones, granites, okay, iron, copper, lead, chrome, aluminium, etc. Understood, my dear? So here you can see this is called iron ore. iron ore. Here ore means it is a natural rock that contains one or more valuable minerals. It is a combination of more valuable minerals. Okay, what we are extracting from the earth, that is in the form of ore. So for example, iron ore, so it consists of, okay, hematite and magnetite, two combination minerals are there. Okay, so here we are extracting from the earth and then we are separating the minerals, so that what we are expecting, that material we are molding with the help of machinery support. So here, so these are metals which have been separated or extracted from natural ores, which are also called as minerals. So this is iron ore. Okay, and sometimes you may be wearing ornaments made of silver or gold. Sometimes in our houses, our mothers and sisters also, they'll wear some ornaments which are made up of silver or gold. So these are all the examples of minerals. Understood, my dear? So we use, so here I am going to show you some minerals. Okay, so this is iron ore, and this is copper, this is lead, this is chrome or chromium, this is called aluminum. This is called aluminum. I am repeating once again, I am showing you the mineral ores. This is aluminum ore, this is chrome, this is lead, this is copper, and this is iron ore. Okay, so apart from these, we can also have gold, silver also there, and also here we have petroleum ores, crude oil, petroleums. Okay, so that those are also called as minerals. We use fuels like petrol, diesel, kerosene. These are to extracted from mineral oils called crude petroleum. Okay, so what we are using in our motorbikes, cars and buses, lorries. Okay, so what we are using this petroleum, okay, we are extracting crude oil petroleum. Okay, so you can also find out crude oil, it is in the picture. Okay, other forms of fuels like coal and gases are forms of minerals. Not only this crude oil, if you extract this crude oil, from this we are getting petrol, diesel, kerosene. Okay, in the same way here we are extracting gas and coal from the ground, that also we can call it as a minerals. Okay, here you can see coal, this is coal, and this is gas, daily we are using no gas. Okay, in fact the groundwater which we get from the wells or bore wells is also a mineral. So what we are getting water from the ground, that is also called as a mineral. So in you can see in some other villages and towns, we can find out these RO plants. We are getting water and doing some processes, and we are selling mineral water bottles. Okay, so in our shops also we can find out this mineral waters. Okay, so here we are using groundwater, well water, bore water. This also an example of mineral. In other words, almost anything which we obtain naturally from under the earth, that is which is not in the form of plants or animals, is also called a mineral. In other words, we can say whatever we are having or we are getting from the ground except plants and animals, we can say it is a mineral. Understood, my dear? So minerals are nothing but it is a resource which are available under the ground. Okay, so minerals are in the form of different metals and different minerals we have seen just now. In our houses also we found many things, right? So this is all about minerals introduction part. Now we are going to see second concept, that is renewable and non-renewable resources. What do you mean by renewable resources? Here, according to environmentalists, they have differentiated these resources into two kinds of resource. First one is renewable resources and second one is non-renewable resources. What do you mean by renewable resources? Renewable resources are resources which can be regenerated like wood. Understood, my dear? So here if you cut the tree, then it will give again green leaves after some days. That means it is regenerating by itself. So it is the best example of renewable resources. So here I can show you renewable resources here. First one is solar energy. So like wood also we can take the example. Second one, hydrogen, biofuels, wind energy, biomass energy, geothermal energy, hydropower, biogas. These are all examples of renewable resources. That means the resources which can be regenerated. For example, if you cut a tree, we can plant another tree and hope that it will yield the same amount of wood after some years. My dear children, here you have to understand the tree, how it grows. After cutting a tree, it grows and gives the same amount of wood or yield after some years. So this is the best example of renewable resources. However, if you use or if you cut a rock for preparation of granite blocks and sell them off, so can we plant another rock there or can we make another rock there? No, it is not possible because it is not a regenerated resources. So they are called non-renewable or finite resources. So most of the minerals are non-renewable resources. So already we have seen iron ore, copper, lead, chrome, aluminium, what we studied, even silver and gold also. These are all minerals and which are available in finite resources. That means these are all not regenerated resources. That means non-renewable resources. So that is what these are all is finite resources. So most of the scientists and most of the analysts, geographers also, so what they are giving warning, we have to use them very carefully. If you are using and you are consuming these resources vastly, then one day we cannot find out this kind of resources on the earth. If we continue using them, we will reach a stage when we will not have any more of these minerals. If you continually, if you are using this copper, silver, lead, gold, silver, okay, and rocks, granites, whatever we have, if you are continuously using, one day you cannot see this type of minerals. Okay, let us take the case of gold. It is found in very limited quantities. So you can also see here, this is Kolar Gold Fields, KGF, which is located in Karnataka. The only gold mine in our India, that is Kolar Gold Fields, which had to be closed down because here we are consuming, we are using gold minerals very high level. That is what here the minerals are available very limited sources. So here that is what the government is planning to close down this Kolar Gold Fields, which is located in Karnataka. So similarly, coal or petroleum are non-renewable resources. So in this category we can say coal and petroleum also. Nowadays petroleum consumption also very high level in India because everyone is having vehicles and that they are consuming petrol in high level and using high level. That is what most of the non-renewable resources like coal and petroleum also consuming a lot. So one day we cannot get this kind of minerals from the earth. So there is only a limited amount of these minerals available on the earth. If we exert these minerals, they will not be available to us in the future. So these are non-renewable resources of energy. So that is what, these are all limited resources, so we have to use them in a limited manner, otherwise next generation people, they cannot see this kind of non-renewable resources. My dear children, next topic is some important minerals and their uses. So here you may already know about the uses of some minerals like iron ore, sand, petroleum, limestone, coal, etc. So in the last few minutes back we have seen already the uses of some minerals, okay, iron ore, sand, petroleum, okay. So in modern industry we use many kinds of these minerals, understood. These metals we are using, and it is very most important, it plays important roles in our modern industry. So let us see one by one, detailedly we can discuss here, okay. The first one is iron ore. So iron ore is the combination of hematite and magnetite. Iron ore deposits are available in our state. So here iron ore, already I told you, ore means it is a natural rock that contains one or more valuable minerals. So here iron ore, it is a combination of hematite and magnetite. So here these two deposits are there in our iron ore, which are available in our state. It is mainly used in steel, pelletization, sponge iron, pig iron industry. So here it is also exported to Japan. So nowadays we are exporting this iron ore to the Japan also. So the main uses of this iron ore is we can use to make steel items. Pelletization means molding material into shape, okay, that is called pelletization. It is also useful in making of different shapes. So okay, because if you want to mold a iron ore into a shape, so this pelletization process is very important. And also this iron ore are used in sponge iron, pig iron industries also. So this is all about iron. So iron ore is combination of hematite and magnetite. Next one is mica. It is a shiny material and used extensively in electrical and electronic industry. So mainly making of electrical items like switches, switchboards, okay, plugs, whatnot, electrical items and electronic devices. So these industries are going to use this mica very extensively. They will use this material, mica material, because it has many properties which make it useful. It comes in thin layer and it is a non-conductor of electricity and heat. Mainly it is a non-conductor of electricity, okay. If you touch the switches, we are not getting electrical shock, because this mica is not a non-conductor of, is not a conductor of electricity. It is a non-conductor of electricity and heat. That is what we are using this mica material. So here you have to remember, my dear children, it is a shiny material and it is extensively useful in making of electrical and electronic industry. So that is what they are using this mica material in order to make electronic switches, boards, electrical boards, okay, devices. And not only this, many materials they are manufacturing with the help of this mica. Mainly the use of this mica is non-conductor of electricity and heat. Understood, my dear? Yes. Next one is limestone. What is this? Limestone. It is used in cement, carbide, iron and steel, soda ash, chemical, sugar, paper, okay, fertilizer, glass industries. So this limestone is also one of the important mineral. So this also they are using in cement industry, carbide, iron, steel, soda ash, chemical industry, sugar industry, paper industry, fertilizers and glass industries. Okay, in sugar industries limestone is very important. Without this mineral they cannot manufacture sugar. Okay, so some industries are more dependent on this limestone. It is placing a vital role and a major role in order to frame the items. And next one is granite stone. It is used in cutting and polishing industry. So this granite stone is useful in cutting and polishing industry, decorative panels, monuments, flooring panels. We can also use this granites in decorative panels, making of decorative items. Okay, monuments, making of statues and all, and also flooring panels, flooring also tiles we are using, So this granite stone is nowadays also very important in order to make the houses. And next one is manganese. What is this? Manganese. It is used in potassium permanganate, ferroalloys, iron and steel, batteries, chemicals, ceramic and glass industry. So this, with the help of this manganese minerals, we can make ceramic bowls. You can also see in our houses also cups are there, tea cups. Okay, so that is made up of ceramic, and wash basins. Okay, so these are all very important. In order to make this ceramic industry material, this manganese is very important. Also glasses, batteries, chemicals, iron and steel, ferroalloys, potassium permanganate, these are all manufacturing time. This manganese mineral is very important to make these items. Okay, next one is barytes. Barytes, this is a group of ores from which an element called barium is extracted. So this barytes is extracted from barium. Okay, so barium is useful for industrial and medical purposes. Barytes is also used in drilling deep holes for petroleum and natural gases. So these baryte stones are useful for industrial and medical purposes. In medical field also these baryte stones are very important in order to make the medical medicines. Okay, and also here barytes is also useful in order to drilling the deep holes for petroleum and natural gases. Okay, sometimes petroleum and natural gas pipes also, sometimes they need some deep holes. So in that time, in order to hold that deep area, these barytes are useful to dig that places. Okay, so barytes are playing vital role in these medical and industrial, petroleum and natural gases industries. Understood? And last one is feldspar. It is one of the raw materials used in making of glass and ceramic ware like wash basins, etc. So it is also useful, this feldspar is also useful for glass and ceramic industry in order to make the basins, ceramic bowls, basins, okay, glasses, whatever we have. So with the help of feldspar it is very easy for them to make. So they are using this material as a raw material to finish the products. So my dear children, today we completed minerals in houses, renewable resources and non-renewable resources, and third one is some important minerals and their uses. 3 concepts we finished. All of you do one thing, read out the textbook, underline the important bits and write down all the important bits and questionnaires in your classwork. Okay, next class we are going to see with different topics. Until then, take care and bye bye.